Hello everyone and welcome to this video. Today we'll be talking about the perspective grid tool and the perspective selection tool in our Adobe Illustrator software. So now I'll explain to you how to use the perspective grid tool by making a box today, a 3D box, for example, a food takeaway box, and by using the perspective grid tool to make you understand how to use it. After that, I'll continue explaining and tell you how to use the perspective selection tool. Okay, now let's start. First things first, we'll click on the perspective grid tool over here, and you can see we also have the perspective selection tool, which we will start later after we finish this. The shortcut for perspective grid tool is Shift plus P. All right, select it. Now you can see that we have popped up an image over here, and there are some points over here which you can use to control the perspective of your image. All right, so now first things first, I want to set the perspective of my image, and also you can send the base over here. You can move it by selecting this part. Okay, let me put it back where it was. Now let's start. Alright, after that we will just adjust the shape over here using our perspective tool. Let's bring it down and let's adjust the length of this part. Over here, let's adjust this part too. Okay. Alright. Now what we'll do is we'll take a rectangle, and since I want to make a box over here using my perspective grid tool, I'll show you what images I'll use. So these are the images I'll use for my 3D box using the perspective grid tool. So let's go back, and now what I need to do is create a rectangle over these sides. So I'll click on this part, and remember, whenever you want to select the sides, you have to make sure you select it from here, or use this and then select it. I'm sorry, you cannot use this to select it. You have to use the perspective grid tool to select your horizontal left or right, or this grid. Okay, select the left grid, create a rectangle there. Okay, now after that we'll select this rectangle to be a different color, let's say green. Let's change the opacity to a little bit less so that figure it out. All right, after that let's go back, and this time let's put a right rectangle over this side. Okay, now that that's done, let's go over here and select the horizontal grid this time. Okay, now that I'm done using these parts, let's go ahead and take our images and make our box over here. Okay, now let's go over here, use the selection tool, Control C, go back, Control V. Okay, now we have our images. Let's go over here, and then what we'll do is basically select both of them, right click, arrange, send to back, done. Now we will basically move this object over here, and then we will shift select this one first, and then we'll select this one. After that we'll go to object, then we'll go to envelope distort, make with top object. There you go, it is done. It's not perfect, but you can get the idea of what is happening. Let me just make it a bit bigger. Okay, now after that let's put this one over here on this side. So we'll put it here, then press shift and select this square, and you can see that the perspective grid tool automatically selected the side for us. Then we'll go again to object, envelope distort, make a top object. There you go, it is done. Now for the top one, what I'll do is basically I'll take this color over here, okay, and make it like that. All right, so after I'm done with that, I can just select all of them and then move them up. And there you go, that is what my box looks like. So this is how you create a box in your Adobe Illustrator. Say you want to create a, let me just shift it a bit towards right. There you go, it's perfect now. And I can just select this and double click on it and distort it down. There you go. Now my box looks perfect. Let's go on ahead and then show you how the perspective selection tool works. Okay, let me select this part and then copy it, or first I want to group it together. Okay, it won't be able to group, but okay, let's copy it and paste it in a new document. আচ্ছা দাদা copy paste পার্টটা delete করে দাও. So now what we will do is basically I'll show you how to create a text on a rectangle over here with a perspective, and then we will end this lesson. Okay, all right, so now the first thing we will do is I'll make a new document, and here we'll use the perspective tool again. Since I don't need this one, I'll just make it like that so it's easier to understand. There you go. And now after that, I'll create a rectangle on it. And this time I want to put it in a yellow color. Okay, now let's reduce the opacity, and after that let's create a text. For example, say I want to type with a bigger font. All right, now that we're done here, let's just put it as hello. Okay, now that we're done, let's press Shift and Alt to make it big. Okay, after that we'll select this one here and just move it up. What I'll do now is basically go over here, right select it and select on the perspective selection tool. Then I'll select this image and put it here. Over here we can just use this. What I can do over here is right click on it, press on transform, reflect, and then if I press this one over here, now it matches with the perspective. Alright, so that is how you use the perspective selection tool and also the perspective grid tool. I hope you have understood how to use these tools, and thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video.